Hello everyone and welcome to Knife Review 3000. Today we've got the Cold Steel Pocket Bushman. It's definitely one of the more unique knives I've featured on the channel. For one thing, the handle is just one piece of stainless steel wrapped. Cold Steel says it's finished in their cryo quenched German 4116 stainless. So that's odd, but you know, Cold Steel is known for doing odd things, but I kind of like it. It's got a decent texture on there. Well, it's not slick, but it's not super texture either. But in any case, I think be able to hang on to it unless your hands are just oily or something. So you've got that, and then you've got this lock, which they call the ram safe lock. So what you have is you've got a spring in here, and then a bar that goes all the way from the back to the front. And then I'm not sure exactly how it locks into the blade up there, but it's fairly stout. There is very little wiggle at all in that blade, so it seems like it's doing its job. And then as far as unlocking it, this is I think the only knife I've ever gotten with a warning that came around the whole knife and made sure that I was reading the directions beforehand. So if you do that, the other thing that comes in there is how to unlock it. So basically grabbing the lanyard and pushing forward with your fingers out of the way, and I've found that's pretty much the best way to do it. They say to grab kind of like that, but you've got to pull fairly hard. So I've got to kind of grab it like that and then push with my pointer finger until it shuts. It's a pretty stout spring on there, so pull it and then push it forward, and then it kind of snaps back into place. So it's interesting. Never quite seen a lock quite like that. My initial thought was to get rid of the lanyard because I don't really do lanyards that much. But after fiddling with it, it's almost necessary to unlock it without the lanyard. It's possible, but that corner definitely digs into your finger, and as you can see, and is not pleasant. So having the lanyard on it makes it much more comfortable to unlock. And then you've got a screw that seems adjustable. There's nothing in the instructions about that. I'm assuming if that spring needs some adjusting, that you can move that back and forth. If that spring starts to loosen up or something, you can shove it forward a little bit, give it a little more oomph. But so there's that. You do have a reversible pocket clip, which seems kind of odd, but good for them. It is awkward in the pocket. I can tell you. You've got a lot sticking up, and it's kind of weird looking, and the whole thing's not too heavy. I mean, it's a 4.5-inch blade, completely steel construction. Comes in at just over 6 ounces, so it's not super heavy, but it is big. Overall length is 10.25 inches, so it's not a light or a small knife by any means. So if we did some comparisons, you got this, which again, 4.5-inch blade, 10.25 overall. Compare that to like the SR1. Anything that makes the SR1 look small is going to knife. And then I've got this Boker kukri, which will be coming up on the channel soon. And even it is, that thing is big. And so you can kind of compare them there. So yeah, I'm not a bushcrafter. I don't know how well this would do in the bush, or what really you would use it for. Fairly stout blade, but a nice flat grind on there, and then the clip point definitely screams kind of Bushman type shape there. So if you know a lot about bushcraft, let me know if this is something that would actually be useful out in the field. Be interested to know. But yeah, the Pocket Bushman by Cols Steel. I don't know if I said the price. It comes in about $27. So for $27, you get a pretty heavy duty, big knife that you can do a lot with. Didn't go into the comfort of it because it's not too bad. You've got that bulge there that fills the hand well, and then with that finger choil, it's not going anywhere. Can't imagine very many hot spots except for maybe there. They've got it nice and somewhat rounded. It's not sharp by any means, but it's still a bit of an edge that if you're doing a lot of work, you can kind of see if I squeeze on that, you're leaving some marks for that edge right there. But I think with a pair of gloves, you'd be able to use that a long time. It's fairly comfortable. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and y'all have a good day. Thanks.